Hi everyone. This is going to be my very first YouTube video. My channel is going to cover weight loss and my journey with weight loss. I wanted to start a channel because I've been on Weight Watchers for about 6 months now, and I hit a lull just recently. I was doing really well in the program, and just all of a sudden, I completely lost interest in it, and I've been really struggling to get back on track. And I just recently had my two worst weigh-ins that I've ever had. I haven't really had like weight gain on the program so far. Even on bad weeks, a bad week to me was that I only lost zero point 0.6 pounds, or I only lost zero point 0.8 pounds. But I haven't gained on the program at all. So these past 2 weeks though, the week before last, I weigh in on Saturdays. The week before last, I actually had let me look at my book here. I'm pretty sure I had a 1.4 weight gain, a 1.2 weight gain, which was really hard for me because the last month has been bad for me. I don't know why I'm in a funk. I don't know where it came from, but it's been a bad week. So I decided that I needed to try something new, and I thought if maybe I did something like this, I wouldn't only be responsible, at the scale, but I'd be responsible to whoever, views my channel and whoever decides to subscribe to my channel. I would be responsible to you too. So that's my first reason for wanting to do it. My second reason for wanting to do it is because I've done Weight Watchers seriously like 10 times. And I have never been able to get down to goal. I have never been able to stay on the program. And I think it's because my expectations were not realistic. And, I think people think that they're going to start a weight loss program and, they have, 50 pounds to lose and it's going to be gone in like 4 months. And, that's not the way it is with everybody. And it's certainly not the way it was with me. I figured, I had like 80 pounds that I wanted to lose to really feel comfortable with myself. And it's been almost 6 months now, and I have lost a total of 32.2 pounds. And that's a lot of weight. I know it's a lot of weight. I've had people tell me, my son is 2 years old and he weighs like 33 pounds. And they're like, well, imagine starting to pick Elisha up and carrying him around every day, from here on out. That's what it would be like if I put that 32 pounds back on. So I know it's a lot of weight. It's a 2-year-old, basically. But in my mind, I thought that, by now I'd be down like 50, or I'd be down like, I thought I could lose like 10 pounds a month. It'd be no problem. And I haven't been lazy about this. I mean, I've stayed on the program. I've worked out regularly. And for some reason, it's just, I think people, once again, I went into it with unrealistic expectations. They tell you, most people averagely lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That hasn't been my average. My average at first was 1 to 2 pounds a week, sometimes even more. I think I even had, if I go back and they give you these little weight loss records. I'm in my second one now. Actually, this is my third one because I lost my second one and I have no idea where it is. But I lost my train of thought with that. Where was I going with that? I don't know. I can't remember. If it's that important, it'll come back to me. Anyways, so basically my whole purpose in this is to, number one, to make me be responsible to more people than just my leader at Weight Watchers and myself. To maybe get some encouragement, maybe some feedback from you guys as to things that worked for you or maybe didn't work for you. Don't think any way, shape, or form this is like a Weight Watchers channel. It isn't. That just happens to be the program that I chose, and I'm doing some other things along with it because my weight loss has been so slow that I just started to try to maybe boost it. So, I'm going to do reviews on products that I've chosen, things that have worked for me and that haven't worked for me. I think one of the great things about me doing this is that I have a large family. I have 4 children and a husband. So like the recipes, sometimes I feel like the Weight Watcher recipes, although are wonderful, wonderful recipes, they're typically made for like a serving of 4 people, and they're smaller servings. So I give that to my husband, and he's like, "Are you trying to kill me? I mean, like, are you trying to starve me to death?" So I'm going to along the way, figure out ways of maybe adjusting the recipes with not so much changing their points plus values to suit a bigger family. Because I have found that when I've tried to just double the recipe, for some reason, like consistency can be weird and weird things start to happen. So I'm going to be doing things like that. I'll be doing product reviews, products that I really like, products that maybe I haven't liked so much, the things that I like about them, things I don't like about them, and hopefully, that can help people out. My second reason for doing this, like I said, is because I really don't want people to get discouraged because, they've had unrealistic expectations. Maybe you're having a bad month. There's a lot of things, a lot of obstacles that go into weight loss. Sometimes your just emotions are, crazy for some reason. Life gets in the way. School, work, kids, finances has been a huge obstacle for my husband and I. I've been in school and he's been wonderful and has, worked and supported me while I'm in school full time, but I have been unable to work for the last 2 years due to school and the fact that we have we had a new baby, and he's 2 now. He's not so new anymore, but and I wanted to stay home with him, but he's been wonderful and supportive through the whole thing. But that has been a huge obstacle because it is not cheap to eat healthy. It is not a cheap thing, and so it's been a struggle, and so I'll also give tips on coupon places, things that can help out in the financial department. So everything that I learn, I want to share with everybody that I possibly can to just help with this journey. It's hard. I've made it through some hard things. I've managed to get through school with 4 children, and I've managed to survive that and do it keeping a good high GPA, which that's been a huge thing for me. I quit smoking, which is a huge feat, and that's been 5 years now that I quit smoking. But I will tell you what, out of everything that I've ever experienced in my life, weight loss has been by far the most difficult thing I've ever done. And I think the only reason that I have stuck with it this time round, like I said, I had been on Weight Watchers previously, and it's not that the program doesn't work. I didn't use the program, and that's been the difference this time. I have been adamant about tracking. I have been adamant about not missing my meetings. I have not missed one weigh-in since I have started the program, and it has been, like I said, almost 6 months now. I started, what was my start date? Today is August the 2nd. My start date was February 11th. February 5th. So that's February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It's 6 months. I'm 3 days away from my 6-month period. So that's like the whole purpose of it is, I know it's hard. It's a hard thing for women, and you don't realize the emotional toll that it takes on you trying to just stay with the program and keep going. And the nights where it's a bad night and you just want to freak out and like eat everything in your kitchen, and you're not even hungry. You're just eating because you're bored or you comfort, or you've had a bad day, and you're just like, screw it, I don't even care anymore about my weight loss. And there's so many ups and downs to this, and there's so many trials that come along with it. And I think that the more support that you have, and the more access to, you know, different people in different situations and information that you have to help you along the way is going to help you and is going to, you know, just keep you grounded during this whole thing, because it's really, it's a difficult thing. And anybody who's ever struggled with their weight, you know, I can't imagine anybody telling me that it's easy, you know, that it's, there's so many different dimensions to what it does to you, you know, from the way people treat you. And I've never been like morbidly obese. My weight got really out of control when I got pregnant with my first daughter, and I gained 80 pounds with her, 70 to 80 pounds when I was pregnant with her. I lost like 15 of it and didn't lose any more. And then, you know, it was just hard for me, and I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to deal with the way that I looked, and the way that I felt, and everything that goes along with that. So, you know, it affects you on so many different levels. You know, I found myself just, I never wanted to go shopping. Forget shopping. That's why I have so many purses. Because my size purses always fit and they're always cute. So, I have a million different purses because of that. And I used to think that about shoes, but that's not true about shoes either, because your feet size will change. Before I got pregnant with Olivia, I wore a 7.5 size shoe. By the time I had her, I was in an 8.5. I stayed in 8.5, and now I'm back in a size 8. So, luckily though, I always bought my shoes, I know it sounds really bad, but I always bought my shoes a little too small. So, most of my really nice like dress shoes, work shoes, are finally fitting me comfortably now. But there's so many things. I mean, I can remember being nervous about like going to the airport, because I live in Florida now and my family's all back up north in Ohio. And I can remember, you know, not so much anymore because the weight that I've lost has been significant enough now to where it's not a problem. But I used to think, God, what if, you know, one day I got on the plane and I didn't sit in the seat, or, you know, I can remember my kids wanting to go to, we live about an hour and a half away from, is it Kings Island? Which one is it? I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Kings Island that we live about an hour and a half away from. And, you know, my mom and her husband took a trip with my kids there, and, you know, I didn't want to go because, you know, what if I couldn't ride the rides, or, you know, I couldn't fit in the seat properly, or, so there's just a lot, you know, and it's stuff that people are embarrassed to say, they're embarrassed to admit to, and so I just want to be a support for those people. You know, I want people to know that they're not alone in this struggle, they're not alone in this battle, and that you know, it's not unachievable. I have a long way to go. Like I said, 80 pounds is, I think, where I'll be comfortable with. And I'm going to share this with you, and this is like the worst part of this video for me. When I started, I don't know if you can see this or not, but on these little things here, they give you your start weight, and then they set small goals for you. So they want you to lose 5 pounds, or 5%, and then 10%. I don't know if you can see this well, but if you look, where is it focused? My starting weight was 245 pounds. 245 pounds. My 5% was 12 pounds, and my 10% was 24 pounds. That was when I stepped on the scale for the first time. I never got on a scale like ever before Weight Watchers. When I saw that, I thought I was going to freaking die. I had never been so embarrassed. And of course, no one else sees your weight. Everything's completely confidential, but just for my own emotion, I was so floored with the fact that I had let myself get there. I can't even, it's just crazy to me that I let myself get there. And, I'm getting close to my mid-30 line now. So, I know that I quit smoking because of the health risks. And, I kept thinking, God, I got to do something about my weight. I would think that all the time. I would see, people that I knew that were overweight and that were my age, friends of mine, that were having blood pressure problems and they're having, issues with type 2 diabetes and all these things. And, I did not want to go there. I didn't ever want to have to go into a doctor's office and get put on a pill because, you know, I didn't care enough about myself to figure out, first of all, why I got to where I was and what was going on with me that I could not stop eating. And I couldn't control that about myself. And, so don't think that this is just about weight loss, because along the way you're going to figure out that, you've got some stuff that's deep rooted that led to that. Some people drink, some people do drugs. I had to eat, and that was my addiction, and that was my problem. And until you grasp that and understand that and come to terms with that, you're never going to be able to lose the weight and keep it off. Because it's not just about changing your diet. It's about changing the way that you see yourself and the way that you view food. Everything from social gatherings to just, the every single day eating, your habits. It's really been an amazing experience for me, an eye-opening experience. And I just hope that, that whatever I post can be a help to you. And I just want to let you guys, everybody know that's ever struggled with this. It's hard for everybody, but you can do it. You got to figure out why you do what you do, and you have to get to a point where you're okay with who you are, and you're okay with not being perfect, and not looking perfect to everybody that you're around. And when you start this, it's time to dig deep, and it's time to figure out what you're made of, and you'd be surprised how strong you actually are. And so I want to encourage you, even in your bad times, that you got to keep on plugging away, and just find as much support as you can, and just keep your head up. And it might not happen overnight, but if you keep plugging away at it, it'll happen eventually. So I've rambled on now for about 18 minutes, so I'm gonna stop now, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll be seeing you later. Bye.